Thanks for joining us here at noon. I'm Brooke Hash. A federal investigation is underway after someone attacked and robbed a Louisville postal worker at gunpoint in the middle of the day. According to the United States Postal Inspection Service, the incident happened just before noon Tuesday on Iroquois Avenue in the South Side neighborhood. They said two suspects threw a mail carrier to the ground and stole their keys before taking off in a dark-colored car. People who live nearby now on high alert.
Wow. Because like I say, I live here for 11 years and I never had no problems. I'll be prepared. If it's something like that, what's going to happen to me or my family, I'll be prepared for it.
That mail carrier was not injured, but no arrests have been made. USPS inspectors are leading the investigation. If you have any information about this robbery, you can contact the 24/7 hotline. That number right in front of you there, 877-876-2455.
I get to decide what your future is, me. And if y'all back there fighting, you think I'm gonna trust you to do anything that I ask you to do? Along those two, friendship, currents.
Year-old murder suspects after they were caught fighting in jail. The remarks happened in the courtroom during a fiery hearing as the men look to have their cases tried separately. Damarian Moore and Mackay Cable are both accused of shooting and killing 16-year-old Tyree Smith while he was waiting for the school bus back in 2021. Investigators said Moore and Cable, who were 16 at the time, drove by that bus stop in a Jeep and sprayed it with bullets. A 12-year-old and 13-year-old were also hurt. Circuit Court Judge Tracy Davis said the suspect's probation chances could be in jeopardy after their jail fight.
Look at all these people in here. The media's here. It's 1,000 people in here about your futures, about lives that have been lost. And because y'all want to act like babies.
Prosecutors said the boys are tied to 3 different shootings together, but the defense is asking for separate trials and for each case to have its own. Judge Davis said no matter what, Moore and Cable will be tried together for that bus stop shooting, and she'll make a final decision on the other cases in the coming weeks. A Handover college student from Clarksville, Indiana, now charged with rape. Indiana State Police said 22-year-old Jackson Crewer is accused of assaulting a woman in her dorm last September. She immediately reported the incident to campus security, which contacted police. Crewer was arrested Tuesday following an investigation and review by the prosecutor's office. He's currently being held in the Jefferson County, Indiana jail on a $100,000 cash bond. Hanover College said he is still a student. 12:02 on your Thursday. The rain is gone. We are set up for a beautiful afternoon, Sam.
Brooke, look at this shot behind me. It looks like a painting. Look at there's not a cloud in the sky today. It's turning out to be a gorgeous day across Kentucky and a low humidity in full force. We have been seeing temperatures gradually rising into the 70s, sitting at 77 at the airport in Louisville. Kind of a north breeze outside, but really not too bad of an afternoon so far, taking shape for the area. Crystal clear blue sky underway. We have readings sitting well into the 70s outside of Louisville. The cooler air is actually pocketed in southern Indiana, but all in all, we're really staying pleasant and very crisp for being in mid-July. We're going to be hanging on to some low to middle 80s today. 83 in the works for us. We're going to continue that north wind today. So the north wind is actually the reason why it feels very relaxing to be outside. This is great weather to roll around town with your car windows down, maybe even turn off the air conditioning at home and open the windows. It is a blast of some natural air conditioning due to that wind coming in from states to our north from Canada. We have that ridge of high pressure to the north, bringing in the dry air. Now we're going to be dry all the way through tomorrow and the weekend. In fact, there's no 90-degree temperatures in our future in our 7-day forecast. I'm also talking about some rain chances into next week, so all the more reason, Brooke, to enjoy the sunshine in full force. Back to you.
All right, Sam, one of the 3 suspects in Crystal Rogers' murder case is due in court today. Joseph Lawson and his defense will meet with the prosecution and judge for a status hearing. Lawson was the first man arrested in this case. Prosecutors claim he was working for Rogers' ex-boyfriend Brooks Houck at the time of her disappearance. Lawson's charged with conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with physical evidence. His hearing is at 1:30 this afternoon in Nelson County. Our Shane McAllister is already on the way there, and we'll have those updates for you you in our news at 4. As for the other suspects in the case, there is Joseph's father, Steve Lawson. A judge recently denied his request to drop charges. His next court date is August 8th, when he's expected to tell the judge if he wants to use or exclude interviews he did with police. The defense for Brooks Hauk, the main suspect in Crystal's murder, is also trying to get his case separated from the Lawsons, but the prosecution wants them tried together, citing consistent testimony, costs on taxpayers, and the trauma reliving that case would have on Crystal's family. A judge said he will deliberate and come back with a ruling later this month. That trial for all three men is currently set for February. Noise complaints, violence, and short-term rentals taking over. Those are just some of the issues concerning people living in the Highlands and nearby neighborhoods. They brought those concerns straight to code enforcement officials at a public meeting Wednesday. Our senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez shares the takeaways.
A property that has a pink order to vacate sticker on the front window, does that originate from your office or the sheriff's office?
People living in Louisville's 8th and 9th districts, some of the most vocal in the city, have questions on how authorities are ensuring their neighborhoods remain orderly and how they address bad actors.
It just has me going twitchy.
Ray Brundage, one of several, describing his anxiety directly to codes and regulations. They held a public meeting for folks to learn about what they do and ask questions.
We go out there, we give them notice to make sure that they get it corrected.
Well, you might not know this, but Codes and Regulations is in charge of a lot here in the city, including notices for nuisance violations, two of which we've seen get a lot of scrutiny here in recent weeks. The city posted these signs on bars Africanza Lounge and Cafe 360 last month after a months-long alcoholic beverage control investigation looking into complaints of disorderly environments. Separate, deadly shootings have broke out nearby and inside one of the businesses over the last couple years. Africanza closed last week. Cafe 360 is awaiting a decision whether or not to further restrict their hours to serve liquor.
When they first started having 4 o'clock hours and so on, things got very bad for a while. They improved. Then they slipped again.
Brundage and others are keeping the pressure on the city to ensure Metro government hears and acts upon their concerns. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
Codes and Regulations says the next hearing for Cafe 360 is August 8th. The businesses will have until August 15th to respond to the city's plan to further restrict liquor sales.